Hello everyone. Good morning. This is Amit here. So first of all, thanks. It's Saturday morning, and you guys attending this webinar. So this is our second webinar. So we have taken an initiative uh, to whatever the knowledge in the RPA, in the UiPath, what is expertise, what experiences we have, some different problems, and what are the solutions we have. So all kind of real experiences we are come up with the webinars, and this is our aim to get the to more spread the more knowledge and experiences throughout the community. People whenever they are facing such a kind of issue, and so it will helps you to for them as well. So with keeping in mind this thought, we have started the webinar. So today is the second day. This is the second webinar, we can say. So today we have very interesting topic, as you can see on the screen, upgradation of the UiPath Studio and Orchestrator from version 2018 to 2020. And this topic will be demonstrated by the Sone Reddy. She is a RPA developer at Step One Step Ahead. So this is a really interesting topic. So whenever in the organization we have lots of RPA tools and we want to upgrade. So once your bot is live, we need to maintain. We need to keep update the your robot software always with the whatever latest releases, latest features we have it. So this all these latest features, latest releases will help us to get the good features for the development, for the implementation, to run the robot very smoothly. So lots of things are there. So Sony, she is the speaker today, and she will demonstrate entire the topic, how we can do the upgradations. And this is a real use case which we have done in a past. And there was the infra has been set up, but last 2 years it is they haven't upgrade their infrastructure. So once you are migrating from 2018 to 2020, there are so many challenges we have faced, and there is a complete architecture change for version 2020 also what we have it. So how we have planned, what are the prerequisites are required, and how we have done this upgradation with entire setup. Let me welcome Soni Reddy. So she will explain you because she have worked on this use case, and she have lots of inside details. So I hope you will really get more details about the upgradation when you have dealing with any upgradation project. So this webinar definitely help you. Yeah, Soni, over to you.
Okay, so hello everyone, this is Soni Reddy from Step One Step Ahead. So today's topic is upgradation of UiPath Studio and Orchestrator from version 2018 to version 2020. If you are planning to, if you are planning in any of the organization, or if you are facing any issue while upgrading RPA software, so this webinar will help you out. So let's go to the PPT presentation, and we will see what is the today's agenda. So first we will see about RPA tool upgradation. So in this we are going to discuss about what are the why we need to upgrade the RPA tool, and second we are going to see what are the activities that we have to upgrade while moving from older version to the newer version. And last, we will see what are the tips and what are the points that we have to remember while we are upgrading UiPath older version to the newer version. And what are the queries if you're having, then we will go through it. Okay, so here most of the so I have seen most of the organization or the client that so here most of the organization and clients that we are they are using, they are deploying the bot, and processes are running up, and the processes are the running up and all are working fine. But what is the next is that they have next we all know that lots of RPA tool is releasing with continuously releasing the latest technology. So it is very important that we need to upgrade the RPA software. So let's take one use case. that one of our customer is still using the UiPath 2018 older version, but they have not upgraded to the latest version. So in UiPath 2020 version, we all know that they have done the lots of changes and added new features. So even UiPath has stopped the support to the 2018 versions. So they are not getting the support for the 2018. So even there are the processes are running very slow, and they are getting very issue. They are getting the selectors issues. So because of these reasons, we have taken the decision to upgrade the RPA software. To upgrade the RPA software. So why? Before that, we will see why we need to upgrade the RPA software. So first is improvements and the new features. For example, if there is an issue or bug in the previous older version, so that has been improved in the next release. So to achieve the new improvements, we need to upgrade the RPA software. Even they have added the new features. Because of the new features, we can able to solve because of the new features, they are able to solve the problems which we are looking for. And second is update with the latest technology. Yes, if we are if the new if new we are releasing, then they are updating with the latest technologies. For example, for example, UiPath has come up with the latest technologies like AI fabric, testing capabilities, and computer vision. So these latest technologies we can achieve while upgrading the RPA software. And third, it will improve the speed and efficiency of the bot. So if we upgrade the RPA software, there will be the improve in the speed and the efficiency. The second, if all these we are able to achieve, then definitely our organization will achieve the more ROI. So if there is an issue in the if there is an issue in the maintenance phase, so because of these new features and the latest technology, we can do the quick implementation. So because of this, all the benefits and the new features, we have to upgrade the RPA software. So now let's moving forward. What are the prerequisites and approach that we need to upgrade while Orchestrator server? So prerequisites are that these all are the applications need to be installed in the Orchestrator server. So first application is IIS module. So the minimum required version for IIS module is 8. And second application is the ASP.NET Core IIS module. So minimum 3.1 version should be installed in the Orchestrator server. And third is the PowerShell application. So minimum 4.0 version should be installed. And the URL rewrite application, Windows Server operating system, and web deploy extension. So these all are the applications that we need to check before upgrading the Orchestrator servers. So next is the SQL server. We need to install minimum 2012 or after version of the SQL server, and even we have to get all the access details of the SQL server. And next we have to we require the UiPath 2020 license key. So while using 2018 license key, it will won't able to that 2018 license key will not work in 2020 upgradation. So next important is what are the approach that we have to follow while installing Orchestrator server. If we won't follow the approach and the planning is not proper, then it will impact on the business. So it is very much important that we have to follow the proper approach, and we should plan in organized manner to upgrade the UiPath Studio and Orchestrator service. So our first approach is we should communicate with the business user for downtime of the robots. So for example, our processes are running from Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And after 6 p.m., none of the robots are running. So this is the downtime of our business. So in this downtime, we can go with the Orchestrator server in, upgradation. So this is very much important that we have to discuss with business users for downtime of the robots. And second, we always have to align the IT support team for the administrator access that we need for the administrator access on the server. So on servers, many of the administrator rights are not available. So if we align IT support team for administrator access and for the support of this installation of the application. And second, as we discussed in the previous use case, that in our one of the customer is having a 7 processes, and these 7 processes were running on the 7 different servers. So we have took the approach like, first we need to upgrade the UiPath orchestrator, and after that we will go for the one UiPath studio upgradation. So out of 7 we have upgraded only one UiPath studio and orchestrator, because one process was running in unattended mode in the orchestrator. So, so we don't have to deactivate the UiPath 2018 license key, because after deactivating previous license key, then the processes which are running parallelly will get stopped. So after that, after one server upgradation, then we have gone with the 6 servers UiPath Studio upgradation. So it should be after upgrading this, we have to do the fixation wherever it is required, and continuous sanity testing is required after upgrading the version. And end-to-end execution with multiple dry runs should be done after upgradation, because after upgradation many of the things will get changed. So after doing the dry runs, we need to fix wherever it is required. So these are the things that prerequisites and approach we have to follow while upgrading the UiPath Studio and Orchestrator server. Now going to the next slide, what are the activities that we have performed while upgrading your Orchestrator server and the UiPath Studio? So first step, we have to the backing up the Orchestrator database. So it is very much important to take the backup of the Orchestrator database, because as we are upgrading from 2018 to 2020, some data may get a loss. So because of that, we need to take a proper backup. So first we have to take the orchestrator database backing up. So connect the SQL server and take the orchestrator database backup. To get the backup from the orchestrator database, we can follow the UiPath documents step by step. And after taking backup of the orchestrator database, second we will be taking backup of the configuration files. So this configuration file is located in this particular path. So copy 2 files, that is web.config and UiPath.orchestrator DLL config files, and copy these 2 files and store it in the particular locations. So after taking backup of the two orchestrator database and configuration file, so we are good to go with the installation of the UiPath orchestrator and UiPath Studio. So just simply run the Windows installer, and after running the Windows installer, then UiPath Orchestrator Studio Setup Wizard is display, and by using the UiPath installation upgradation document, we can go with the upgradation of the orchestrator. So after successful installation of the orchestrator, we need to activate the license in the orchestrator. To activate the license, just open the orchestrator. Under orchestrator, go to the tenant, and under that just go to the license and click on the activate online. Then after clicking on the activate online, enter valid license key. So after entering valid license key, we are able to see the licensing details. So these all are the activities that we need to perform while installing older version to the latest version. So these things we need to follow. Now going to the forward, what are the challenges that we have faced while upgrading UiPath Orchestrator and Studio, and how we have overcome it? The first issue we have faced while backing up the configuration file, that as according to the document, we have to take the backup of 2 files, that is web.config file and DLL config file. So this UiPath Orchestrator DLL config file was not found in this particular path while backing up the configuration file. So the solution that we get to know from the UiPath Studio is this DLL config file is not present in the, it is only present in the 2020 version. It is not present in the older versions rather than versions which are older than 2020. So it is similar file, that is DLL config file, and web.config file is the similar file in the older versions. So this issue was get resolved while taking up the backup of the configuration file. And the second issue is, while we were installing from 2018 to 2020 version, so we were unable to upgrade directly to the 20 version. As we get to know the solution from the UiPath support team, this is the two-step back compatibility. So first we have to go with the 2019 version installation. After completion of the 2019 version, then we have to go with the upgradation with the 2020 version. So the issue was from 2018 to 2020, the direct upgradation is not possible. It is not possible. So moving to the next slide. So issue number 3 is, while we are activating the license key, after successful installation of the orchestrator, we were activating the license key in the orchestrator. So we were unable to activate it. After entering the valid license key also, we were getting the activation error, because the 2018 license key we are entering in the licensing details. So what UiPath done, that they have deactivated 2018 license key and activated to 2020. So after that we have installed all the latest versions, all the servers and all the processes were running up. So things that to be remembered while we are installing UiPath UiPath Orchestrator older version to the new version, that UiPath Orchestrator should be installed in the same machine where SQL database is accessible. For example, if a customer is having one server with two user IDs, so for example, A is my one user ID and B is my one user. So we are trying to install UiPath Orchestrator in A user, but SQL Server is accessible in the B user. Then the UiPath Orchestrator will not database is not accessible, and we will get the error. So it is very much important that UiPath Orchestrator should be installed on the same machine where SQL database is accessible. And second important thing is, we should always keep the separate database for orchestrator and separate database for development server. And third, we have to check the downtime of the business process, and we need to plan accordingly for the orchestrator upgradation. Suppose if we don't plan the downtime of the business processes and we will go for the upgradation in the working hours, then it will impact on the business. And next important thing is, after upgradation of the UiPath Orchestrator from older to newer version, then we need to create all the user folders and all the user folders, users, tenant, machines, and reports. And we need to connect the reports to the servers. So these all are the things that need to be done after upgradation. So next, after that, we have to create all the processes, packages, assets, queues, and triggers, and the machine setups need to be migrated. So these things are very much important before upgrading the orchestrator, UiPath Orchestrator, and after upgrading the orchestrator. So next is, these are the reference link. As I said, for server prerequisites, we need to check all the prerequisites. For that, we need to go to this link, and UiPath step-by-step document is mentioned in this. So for prerequisite, we can go to this link and check what are the steps we needed. And second, if we want to install the UiPath Orchestrator and the studio, we need to go to this document link and follow the steps. And third, if we download the enterprise version and the studio, then we need to go to this UiPath platform installer link. So from here we can download the UiPath Studio and UiPath Orchestrator. So this is the technical support link. So while we are installing or upgrading UiPath Orchestrator or Studio, so we may get the issues or we may not understand it. So we can go to this technical support link, and if we fill the form in the urgent basis based on a priority, then we can get the support from the UiPath. So while we were facing the challenges, we have communicated with this technical support link, so we get the solution on this. So after that, this is the link, license queries link. So while we are uploading the license or while we are activating the license, if we are facing any license issues, so we can go to this link and we can go to this link and fill the form to get the support. uh, that's it. I'm done. Anybody having any queries or suggestion?
Yeah, Sony. So Amit here. So thanks for giving the all the inside details about the upgradation activity. Uh, so folks, we are ready for the if you have any questions in your mind or you have any things you want to discuss. So we are ready for the question answer. Yes, Jagannath.
सो सोनी, जब भी हम ऑर्केस्ट्रेटर अपग्रेड करते हैं तो अगर नॉर्मली हम हमारे मशीन में यूआईपाथ इंस्टॉल करते हैं तो ड्यूरिंग इंस्टॉलेशन जो भी सपोर्टेड लगता है, जैसे एसक्यूएल है, आईएस मॉड्यूल है, ASP.NET Core है, तो ड्यूरिंग इंस्टॉलेशन सिस्टम अपने आप इंस्टॉलेशन कर लेता है कि पहले हमको बिफोर इंस्टॉलेशन वो करना पड़ता है?
So we need to install whatever the support applications are required. So those, as Sonia has mentioned, we need to align IT support team, and they have to be configured or installed all the support applications, and then only we can start the installation of the UiPath Studio and Orchestrator.
If I'll install, if you are missing something while installation, then it will show the error that this software is missing and this dependency is missing. So that time also we can go for the installation.
Yeah.
Okay. So installation of Orchestrator and installation of UiPath, both are different or same? Just I want to understand these things.
UiPath Orchestrator is different and UiPath Studio is different.
Okay.
And what Sony has explained, it's regarding the enterprise on-premises. Right? So we have a UiPath software which is running on a cloud as well, and enterprise as well, right? So whenever in an enterprise you have to create, you have own database for the orchestrators. So all these setup first we need to be done, then we can start the installations. And I must say this is this upgradation was not easy part because as we know that 2020 version you have come up with a lots of new features, new technology, so it's complete architecture change. So easily whenever we can upgrade any software, we can just upgrade the softwares, so we don't need to uninstall and installation again, so we just upgrade it. But here the case was not like this. We need to so what we thought, we just need to upgrade the softwares, but the case is not like that. So first we uninstall 2018, and then we have 2020, or some also we have getting some suggestion that go from 2018, then 2019, then 2020. Then we have thought ki if going with all these things, let's uninstall, so let's have a backup with whatever details we have it, and then we have directly with fresh installation, we have installed it 2020. In this manner, we have done it. Yeah, anything else, guys?
Hello.
Yes, Pankaj.
No, yes, Pankaj.
Just I have a question about the database. As Sony said, we have to use. She was using a database of another server, right, Sony?
Yes.
So should it be only the Windows authentication based server, or we can use other server as well in the database?
No, no.
So,
See, if it is a one server and one server is having two users, right?
okay.
So if you are installing on one user, then SQL database accessible should get from that user only.
Okay. So it
So
was
it should,
dependent on the user base.
yeah.
Okay, fine.
So we were installing, so as in our situation, we were installing on some another user, and the SQL server was accessible on another user, but server was the one. So we were facing issue while installing upgradation. So it should be accessible on the same user and on the same server.
Okay.
It can be Windows authentication or
Server authentication.
server authentication also.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. So I think we don't have any questions now, Sony.
Okay.
So I can conclude. We have done with today's webinar. So again, I would appreciate Sony. Thanks for the giving the all the a real experience what you have faced during this upgradation project and come up with these challenges, solutions, what points we need to remember. So that's really amazing, and it really helps for the community as well when they're planning from the upgradation from the older version to the new versions. And this typically happening with the upgradation activity always. So thank you so much, Sony, for that. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for joining this webinar. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you,
all.
Sony. Thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much.